gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. Let's bring the Rockets! Our first fighter, he's fighting out of the red corner, representing Extreme Couture, Steve Sims! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, representing MTC Windsor and Tecumseh, BJJ, TJ Laramie.
We got a cool style versus style matchup here. Steve Sims, one of the most decorated black belts competing in Canada. TJ Laramie, a young MMA prospect, might see in the UFC promotion before too much longer.
Yeah, this is another one I've been really looking forward to. Train with both these guys as well.
Yeah, I've competed against Steve. Never had the opportunity to train with TJ, but I've seen all of his fights. TJ competes at 145, but walks around much heavier, cuts a lot of weight. So this match is taking place at 170. So if you've seen TJ fight, you might not be used to seeing those legs.
Oh, he's very thick,
yeah,
strong.
Both these
young
guys,
kid.
Both these guys are very powerful. Steve, black belt, TJ brown belt, but oftentimes with MMA fighters, the belt levels aren't commensurate with their skill.
Mm-hmm. Especially a lot of them don't come from a gi background, right?
Exactly,
so.
and there isn't nearly as many opportunities, as you know, to get promoted as an MMA fighter or no gi athlete.
Nice sprawl.
Great wrestling.
Nice.
Great wrestling from Steve. TJ's wrestling is solid.
Nice roll by TJ.
Really active match.
Very good scramble. 1 minute in.
Steve looking to apply that head and shoulder pressure to flatten TJ out. Pinning positions, it's something you've heard me say, both shoulder blades flat on the mat is a losing position. Mm-hmm. Or the worst version of whatever position you're in. Steve driving that shoulder into the chin, using up that strong body weight. Not allowing TJ any room to move here, any room to improve position.
TJ in that half guard looking to.
TJ needs to get a frame or an underhook with that right arm, or maybe underhook that far leg and start to pull his head closer to the hip. This extended position.
He's kind of caught in the middle right now.
Yeah, either option would be there. Yeah, you can see him starting to work for that underhook. Steve doing a really good job kind of floating between the two controls and preventing TJ from either underhooking or getting that leg and pulling his head closer to the knee. Five minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Give a shout out to one of our favorite sponsors, Skintricate Tattoos. I've got some of their work on me. So is my dad, so do my business partners. They are great artists and very okay people.
TJ's calling for a lockdown.
That half guard lockdown, if you could get the left leg under Steve's foot, you could actually extend the leg out and start to control the hip.
The hip, yeah. We haven't seen that much tonight at all, actually.
We haven't. Most of the half guard tonight has been an open half guard. As we were talking earlier about Eddie Cummins' variation. Steve forcing past that guard.
Yeah. TJ looking to pick his spots here, when to frame out, try to create some space, look to turn his hips towards Sims.
Steve has that old school jiu-jitsu mentality where he's going to crush you and break you and submit you when you quit. Although with TJ, you know, he's
mentally
a tough kid.
too.
Yeah, really tough, really resilient kid. And you know, being an MMA fighter, jiu-jitsu pressure isn't as threatening.
When you get punched in the face, it's a little worse. Oh, nice roll.
Really nice, really nice. Steve looking to establish those hooks. Extend TJ's body.
Nice scramble by TJ.
Really nice reversal.
Beautiful.
TJ. You can see that. I'm impressed. Even when TJ's a little bit heavier, he still moves like a featherweight.
Like a featherweight, yeah.
Yeah.
TJ looking now with a rubber guard.
Again, everybody that's played rubber guard tonight has not paid enough attention to that hip. It's not a threatening position if you can't maintain the distance to attack. And if you don't control the hip, a smart opponent will just be able to pressure. See if TJ can make that adjustment. See Steve's hips climbing, and you can see as soon as he puts that forward pressure without the ability to move the hips, you kind of have to acquiesce and return to a closed guard. When I teach rubber guard, I start with the hip and then we climb to the control. You see a lot of people that when they
jump right to it.
Exactly. 3 minutes remaining. Of course, after this match, we have our main event, quintet final between Cicero Costa and TriStar. Two incredible performances leading up to that final. Really looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
TJ in full guard here. Both guys being patient.
Patient, passive. May see a passivity call here. You can see the referee offering a warning.
He just offered a warning action on top, so look for Steve to.
I do like when the referees are a little bit more communicative with the athletes. You see,
absolutely,
positional changes, right? And I would always rather the athlete be the one that determines the.
There's that rubber guard again, TJ.
No hip control, and now Steve's kind of killed that outside foot.
And he's going to pass.
Yep.
At least down to half guard here. We got 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes. TJ keeping his hands on Steve's hips, trying to keep him away. Steve's trying to pry out his leg, trying to pass.
Thank you. Worked hard for this, man. I love your side.
Approaching the final 90 seconds of this match. Again, this is the position that his coach was talking about earlier with that lockdown. If he could slide that foot underneath. But again, Steve really aware. Good hips, changing that angle.
He's almost completely past that half guard now. He's in a quarter guard here.
Yep. You can see that pressure. Steve seems to be upping the intensity here.
Coming into the final minute here. I think both guys are going to look to just explode.
They should. It's always nerve-wracking leaving a decision to judges that may not have seen it the same way that you did.
Especially in a match that's pretty close. Nobody's been really threatened for a submission here at all.
It's been a very positional game.
I had a feeling it would be coming into it, just both guys' backgrounds and their styles and their body types too.
Of course, yeah. I was kind of thinking that the wrestling might negate each other. Moving close to the edge here.
Stop. Center of the mat, side control.
Starting in the center. 25 seconds in that side control position. I think you see TJ look to explode, trying to create a scramble here. It locks up that half guard again. Steve looking to go to the full mount. That's the match.